Hello, everybody. It's me, Jargunza, and I don't know. For some reason, I really wanted to do a review here. Review here. I like this scenery. I like how it's quiet, and I can just think to myself for a moment while I'm talking about this video. So, just saw the movie Trap, made by M Night Shyamalama Ding Dong. You probably know him from movies like Signs, The Sixth Sense, The Village, Unbreakable, Split, Glass, Knock at the Cabin, some bangers, but he's also made quite a few misses, like, old, uh, some other movies I can't even think of. He's a hit or miss guy, right? And I, for the most part, like M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong, I like his whole idea of like he's always having a crazy twist in the movie at the end. And a lot of people don't like his movies because they feel like they're too slow, and I get it. It is a slow burn film, the movies he makes. So, with that being said, let's get into the movie Trap. Trap is basically starring Josh Hartnett, who is a dad taking his daughter to a concert of a woman named Lady Raven, who's played by M. Night's daughter. And she does the soundtrack for the movie as well. Pretty decent soundtrack, in my opinion. Anywho, he's taking his daughter to the concert, and he's like seeing all these cops and everything around, and he's like, man, what the hell is going on? And I'm not giving any spoilers, everything has been in the trailers, what I'm talking about. As he figures it out, one of the workers tells him it's a trap because they got word that the butcher who goes around chopping people up is going to be at the concert, and they know he's a man, and they know kind of somewhat about his features. So now they're looking for him. Every man is getting checked, whether they go in or out, basically. Well, basically out. So no one's leaving without getting checked. No man is leaving without getting their shit checked. So he realizes that, it might be up for him. Now, that's all in the trailers. And let me just say, the trailers promote this movie as if there's just absolute carnage in this film, where he's just, going insane because he knows this is like his last big draw, his last big, masterpiece, so to say. And that's what the trailer portrays was going on. And once again, I'm not going to spoil anything. All I'm going to say is that those trailers might make this movie seem like it's a bit more chaotic than what it actually is. I don't hate this movie by any means, but this movie is an hour and 45 minutes, and you definitely feel it. Not as brutal as those trailers make it out to be. If anything, the only thing that's brutal about this movie is the character himself, Josh Hartnett. I'm really sound like a critic in this review. I mean, this is why I like movies like this. It makes me challenge how to describe these characters in the story. My problem with this movie is that it really shows that it's PG-13, and it's basically just you watching him trying to weasel his way out of this trap in any way possible. And every time you think they got him caught, it's something else. So, with that being said, this movie, if you don't like M. Night Shyamalan's movies, because you feel like they're too slow, there's not enough stuff in it for you to be interested, I don't think you'll like this film. I don't think this film would change a lot of people. I like Split more than I like this movie. If you've watched Split and you like that movie, you probably will like this a little bit less. If you didn't like Split or any M. Night's movies at all, then you will not like this movie. I'm telling you that right now. It's a clear cut of an M. Night Shyamalan movie where the pacing is, it's yeah. What I'll say is that the twist at the end is not really much of a twist. I feel like he's been kind of chilling out on these like major plot twists that he usually has in the movies. I think he's kind of gotten away from that. He's not doing that no more. He's sticking to the basics, trying to end it in a very casual but also traditional way of what M. Night does. Now, I'm gonna get into the spoilers now. This movie, when you watch the trailers, it shows like as if he's going crazy and killing these people in the concert, and that's what it's promoted as. That he's trying to find a way out, but he's also realizing that this might be his last time getting to do what he does. So he's gonna go all out. He does not. I think he killed one movie. I think he killed one person in this entire movie, and it's at the very end, and it was very minor. There's like the scene where the girl, she gets like the grease blown up on her face, whatnot. But even that was like, it was crazy, but like even that, like I don't know, it didn't affect it. Like she was okay. There's a part where he like pushes a woman down the stairs who's already kind of drunk, but he makes it look like he makes it look like it's an accident to cause a diversion or whatever, a diversion. Sorry, and she falls like maybe 5 or 6 steps, and she's pretty much okay, maybe slightly injured, not dead. You know, there's another scene where he's talking to the coworker who's telling him he's not supposed to be telling his stuff about what the cops are doing there, but this coworker thinks he's cool, and then this coworker is trusting him a lot with some things for a moment, which that fire that coworker. I know a lot of you niggas work like that. Fire them. Anyone who works like this man deserves to be fired. But he gives him like a box cutter. It's a long ass box cutter too. And you think, oh shit, he's about to go crazy. He's about to kill him. He's about to slice his neck. What he gonna do? He doesn't do nothing. He does nothing. This movie continuously feels like it's being held back in that PG-13 rating. And even so, even if this was rated R, I feel like M. Night wouldn't even change anything. I don't know. This movie really didn't pick up for me until it got to like about the last 30 to 35 minutes where Lady Raven, where he's basically gotten backstage to her because he's lied and weaseled his way backstage there with his daughter. And then we find out that the family knew nothing about it because a lot of people in the comments are talking about, oh, the twist is going to be that the daughter knows that he is the killer, right? That wasn't a twist. His whole family didn't know. And then we get like this cool, like 15 to 20 minutes of him just absolutely going bonkers, running from the cops. Like the moment, like every time you thought this motherfucker, I'll give him this. Every time we thought it was over with for him, he'll pull something out of his ass. And then there he goes again. Like he was a master of disguise in this motherfucker for a cool minute. Now, the twist is, this is like the minor twist they put in the film. His wife knew. Well, she didn't know, but she had a suspicion. And so she gave them the tip that they needed to suspect that the killer was going to be at the concert. So we find out that it's the wife who gave him the tip, right? And so he's upset because, she ruined things for him, and he wants to see his kids grow up because he actually cares about them. So he wants to kill her. And of course it doesn't happen. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, every time when we thought a kill was going to happen or something brutal was about to happen, it was an intense moment, don't get me wrong, but it's like it kept getting met with just disappointment, in my opinion. And then I'll give him this. That moment when those 3 cops were tasering him and he didn't go down, he went fucking kind of berserk for a moment and like gouged out the eyes of the cop who tased him while the other ones were still tasing him. That was crazy. That's what I wanted from the whole movie. I wanted absolute carnage. We didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. It pissed me off. Like, you ever just see a movie where you're so intrigued with the character and just everything that's going on with them, right? Like, the character is intriguing, but you feel like the movie isn't doing the character justice. Like, I know we're supposed to be like, oh, but he's a bad guy. He's a killer. You shouldn't be rooting for him. But I want to see him do some fucked up shit. But y'all keep holding him back. Every time, it's like you keep seeing how great this fucking character can be. How great Josh Hartnett is playing this role. But y'all keep holding him back. Man. Now, I will say this. The ending left off on the way where we could honestly be getting a sequel. Because it ends with where we once again think they got him now. He's in all these chains. He's in the SWAT band. Ain't no escaping for him. This motherfucker. So, he has an OCD problem. They know that. So, when he leaves, he's like, please give me a moment. Because they know he got OCD. He picks up a fucking bike because it was knocked over. Fixes the bike, right? This motherfucker took a piece of the wiring out to uncut his chain. Like, uncuff himself while he's in the back of the van. And then he's just laughing. He throws the cuffs off. And it goes off. So, it does tease us in a way like as if he probably was slippery once again and escaped. So, I think there's easily can be a sequel to this character. And if y'all do a sequel, please make it rated R. And let this motherfucker kill some people. Just let him kill somebody. Like, come on. And make it rated R. With that being said, I'm giving this movie 1 out of 10. I'm giving this movie A 6.3. There was things I wanted to like about this movie, but just there's so many things I just did not like, and it just felt like it was a drag. You know, I love how it was filmed. Everyone did their job perfectly, but man, it just felt like a drag. So 6.3 out of 10. Don't see it if you don't want to. If you don't like M. Night Shyamalan, don't see this movie. If you want to just wait 45 to 2 months, 45 days to like a little over 2 months. Because in case you don't know, Warner Brother movies, which this is a Warner Brothers film, come to HBO Max after they're in theaters for 45 days. So this will be on HBO Max. If you want to just wait for that, wait for it. It's your being boy, Joe Gunza. Peace out.